Hi friends, welcome or welcome back. I have a lot going on in the next 6 or so weeks and I need to get myself in order. So we're gonna sit down and go through everything that I'm in the middle of and everything that I have coming up, and we're gonna make a plan together. If you've seen my latest podcast or you've been following me on Instagram, you know that I have a lot coming up and I have been asking for some help in deciding what to prioritize in terms of what you all want to see. But in addition to figuring out what all of you want to see, I have to figure out what's going on behind the scenes in terms of my own knitting and crochet for fun, my designing, my pattern writing, my yarn dyeing, just businessy admin stuff. There's something else in there too. Spinning, other things that are happening, and you know, just like the day-to-day life and eating and figuring out when to sleep and all that kind of stuff. So I'm feeling incredibly overwhelmed because I have a lot going on and I wanted to take you along with me as I make a plan. So we're gonna start with knitting and crochet stuff, I guess, and we're gonna talk about all the whips that I have currently. So I have mentioned this before, but not for quite a while. I use a program called Notion to organize all of my everything. Pretty much everything. So I will pop in a little picture of this template that I made. I just called it a summer roadmap because basically I just need to get myself through mid-August and I'm feeling the need to have every bit of my life detailed until mid-August, and then I feel like I'll be okay because things lighten up quite a bit after that. So I made this little summer romance. No, I do not have a summer romance. I made a summer roadmap and I have big to-dos, which is just where I'm going to put all of the main things that I have to do, like design a new top. And then the bite-sized tasks underneath that will be where I break it down into, like, pick yarn, grade the pattern, write the pattern, send to tech editor, all of those things, everything else that goes along with it. So for right now, I'm just going to start writing down my big to-dos, and then I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me as I add all of the little tasks to it, but we are going to just tackle it together. All right, let's talk whips first. So first things first, I have a couple of things that I just need to finish and get off of my list. And this is a test that I'm doing for Amanda of Lovely... I can't talk about it right now. This is a test that I'm doing for Amanda of Lovely by Lee, and this is the Biker Babe bralette. I am done. I just need to weave in my ends, block, and then do all of the notes and everything for that. So let's add that to the list. I'm sorry that you're going to be coming along with me through all this typing, but that's what we're doing. Biker Baber? Biker Babe bralette. This is what happens when I don't look when I'm typing. Okay, so I have it set up here so that I can just I can click this add task button, and now it pops up down here so that I can, for instance, write weave in ends and block. Again, I won't make you watch all this, but I just wanted to show you how it works. And then I think I'm also going to, I'm going to change the colors of these, but I'm going to make it I'm going to tag it with whip. I'm not 100% sold on how all of these tags are going to work, but we will see. I mean, this is just a little database that I whipped up quickly, and I'm going to have to adjust it as I see fit. So I do have a little progress bar so that as I, like for instance, as I complete, say I wove in my ends, now it shows the progress bar is at 50%. But let's undo that because I didn't actually do it. Okay, next. I have my Low Tide tea. And if you watched my most recent podcast, you might realize that I have not touched it since then. So again, I have to graft this sleeve together. I still haven't done it. And I have to weave in the ends on this. And I also have to figure out the I-cord for the bottom. So let's add that to the list. Now, let's dig into some WIPs, some lingering stuff, and we'll figure out a plan of action. This is my Dune Dino that I am making as a stuffed animal for my niece. It is still only 2 legs. So, there's that. But we're gonna add it to the list because I feel like I want everything written down. And if I don't have it written down, I am going to forget it. I'm going to have a very out of sight, out of mind type reaction, and I need to center myself. So, next. Okay. I have this ridiculous basket in front of me with all of this stuff in it. I have my Brioche Adventure. We haven't seen this in a while. I actually had to steal the needles off of it the other day. This is a very, very low priority WIP for me. I love it. I love working on it, but it's not something that I'm concerned with finishing anytime soon. So it's going on the list, but I'm not that concerned with getting it done. So I think I'm gonna add like a very low priority tag to this. What's next? Okay, so this is just a plastic bag full of spinning fiber. And this is for actually my very first ever drop spindle project that I still haven't finished. So we will add that to the list. I would love to get it done. I had a dream of getting it done before Tour de Fleece started. That's just not gonna happen. But we'll see. Maybe I can start working on it again before Tour de Fleece. Okay, let's grab another spinning project while we're here. This is a spin of some kind of pukey baby poop green fiber from Lyman Sleigh Bell Farm. This is with my Bosworth spindle, and again, love this project. Love everything about it. It has taken very low priority lately, so we'll add it to the list, but I'm probably not too concerned about it right now. Okay, we're actually almost done with my WIP basket, which is kind of fun. I feel like normally it takes me a lot longer to get through my WIPs. So this is a design. This is my slip on your shoulder, and this has been put on hold for quite a while just because I was working on it and wanted it to be a sweater, and then, you know, it got warm out. So I put it on hold, but I do want to pick it back up in the coming months, probably not July, but in the coming, sorry, noises. In the coming months, I do want to pick it up because I do have it on my calendar to release sometime this fall. And the last things that I have in this little bucket of WIPs is a pair of socks that I call my Hudson socks just because I have been working on them when my husband and I have been going on trips to Hudson, New York. This is a version of my ambidextrous socks pattern, and I have been here for a very long time. I guess we just need to plan a trip to Hudson so that I can work on these if I only work on them on our Hudson trips. I think that's really the problem, is we need to plan a vacation, right? I almost forgot one last WIP, and that's because I just started it the other day, and this is a new crochet design. I'm super excited. This is in my After These Messages colorway, and I'm just loving how it's working up. This is very important because the goal is to have this released in September, so I have to finish this sample as soon as possible. Okay. that actually went pretty well. I feel a little bit okay about my WIP status. Let's talk about projects that I need to work on in the coming months. And we'll prioritize those in terms of like need to work on and also really want to work on. Okay. So firstly, the crochet design that I just showed, that new top, I need to finish that sample, but that is going to have 2 different sleeve options. So in order to complete the pattern and write the pattern, I need to make a second sample of that. So I will have to make another one of those. Then I do want to make another of the Biker Babe bralettes. I am thinking, I used about 300 yards for my version, and it is almost tank length on me. It's like a cropped tank on me, so I'm thinking if I make an actual bralette version that's much shorter, I can probably get it out of 1 skein of DK. I have a skein that is in my 1 week 1 skein challenge. I have a skein of DK, and I thought it would be perfect to do another Biker Babe bralette. Of course, I followed the pattern exactly for my test that I have already completed, but I figured it was so quick to make. I made that in 48 hours. I finished the whole thing in 48 hours. So I feel like it would be nice to have a little stockinette, simple snack type project that would help center my brain and would give me something to work on that doesn't have the pressure of design or deadlines associated with it. So I thought maybe like over 4th of July weekend, when we're going to be having some time in the car, hang out with friends, stuff like that, it might be fun to do another Biker Babe bralette and see if I can get that done and maybe do a 1 week 1 skein vlog with it too. Next up, I also want to get my Tamiami tank into testing, and I did a whole vlog about designing that, but I want to make a change to the shoulders, and that means I will be making a second sample and rewriting that part of the pattern. It's not hard, it's just I need to do it, and I obviously want to make it myself and try it out before I get it into tech editing and testing and stuff like that. But I feel the pressure of summer almost ending, and so I want to get this done as quick as possible so I can get it into testing and release it this summer. So I want to make a second sample of my Tamiami tank. I'm going to be using this yarn. This is a yarn that I dyed and which will be available in the shop soon. It doesn't have a name quite yet, but keep an eye out because it will be available shortly. Next up, I do want to get a couple of things on the list that are really kind of not priorities right now, but I want them to not fade into the abyss of my brain, because I have a couple of patterns that I want to get released in like September, October, November time frame, the fall. Could have just said that. So that means that if I'm backing into things, I have to start the samples, you know, July, August time frame so that I can get them tech edited, get them into testing, all that jazz. So I have a crochet blouse design and a knit cardigan design that I would like to get started at some point, probably after I finish all of these other projects that I am talking about in terms of my design samples. So after I get all those done, I want to make sure I don't forget that the next thing I want to start is that crochet blouse. So let's get those on the list and we'll put them as like on deck or something like that. All right, I'm feeling a little bit better already. I'm feeling a lot better about things so far. So now let's talk about general, like bigger picture items that I have that I need to figure something out about. So firstly, I have a countdown. I have a countdown for the month of July from Brie of the Little Wolf Knits. It is the Moana inspired Island Girl countdown, and it is a 30-day countdown. And I need to figure out what I'm doing. Unfortunately, what I really wanted to do is open every day and then make my Where You Are wrap that goes along with this box. I wanted to make it out of that yarn in the month of July. I don't think I have time. I just really don't think I can fit that in, and I think if I try to, I will stress myself out and I will end up not having fun making the project, and that's the last thing that I want to do. So I know a lot of people have expressed interest in seeing the colors as I open them. I think I might just do Instagram stories or little shorts on YouTube and show what the colors look like each day, and then I might have to go through and actually make something with them a little bit later at another point in time, because I think I just don't see myself being able to fit in making something with them in the month of July. There's just too much going on. So I'm gonna add that to my list just kind of as a general thing, and then I'm just still gonna be thinking about it and thinking about how I want to approach that. I don't know. Next up, it is Tour de Fleece starting very soon, and I have a Tour de Fleece countdown coming, and I also have a fleece that I'm in the middle of processing that I would really like to spin during Tour de Fleece as well. Or I'm not sure. I have a dream of spinning the Tour de Fleece countdown to one bobbin and spinning my fleece that I'm processing, which is white, to another bobbin and plying them together. I feel like that would be kind of cool, and then making a really big project out of that. But I want to see the countdown first and kind of see the first couple of days and then decide what I want to do with that project based on what the colors look like. So I think I have decided. Some people expressed interest in doing or in seeing my Tour de Fleece stuff, and some have voted for other things so that they would prefer other content, which is fine. But I think what I'm gonna do for my first Tour de Fleece is I'm gonna do TDF Tuesdays. And I think instead of doing an everyday thing, because I think a Vlogmas in July might destroy me, I'm gonna do TDF Tuesdays, and I'm going to post a video every Tuesday during Tour de Fleece and the first Tuesday after to show a wrap up, and I will do a summary of all of my days of Tour de Fleecing up until when it posts on Tuesday. So I actually think also what I'm gonna have to do for that is I'm going to be starting my Tour de Fleece journey a couple of days early so that I give myself some time for editing. So maybe when I post on Tuesday, you will see up through Tuesday, but I will have done that on Monday or something like that. I need to figure it out. That's not what we're here for in this video. I'm gonna do that all on my own after, but I think that is gonna be the plan. So let me know if you're excited for TDF Tuesdays. I think it's gonna be really fun. And when that idea came to me, I got very excited by it. It felt like a weight was lifted off my shoulders, because some people were saying that they wanted a Vlogmas in July for my countdown and for Tour de Fleece, and I just want to give the people what they want, but that seemed so overwhelming. So I'm really excited about TDF Tuesdays, and I hope you are too. Okay, that reminds me that I forgot to talk about active spinning stuff that I have going on. So I have, I'm in the middle of spinning up some samples of fiber that I've gotten from several different suppliers, and I spun up bare yarn, and then I dyed a bit of I spun up bare fiber into yarn. Then I dyed up a bit of the bare fiber And now I'm working through spinning up the dyed fiber for all of those different breeds that I have. I'm pretty sure I already know, I think I've already narrowed it down to what I would like to have in my shop, but I want to do my due diligence and spin them all, so that is another thing. I have a few left to do, so I want to get those spun up before Tour de Fleece starts, most definitely, because that just needs to get off of my list, and I need to make a decision and get some fiber ordered for the shop ASAP. Okay, last but not least, I have a trunk show coming up. It will be August 10th and 11th, which means I have 6-ish weeks from when I'm filming this to get everything ready for the trunk show. So I have done a lot of math and figuring things out, and basically I have reasoned that to get everything dyed for the trunk show while also keeping stock in the shop and developing new colorways and fulfilling orders and all that kind of stuff, I need to fit in 15 dye days between now and August 10th. And then I'm basically going to give myself, that will give me a little bit of a buffer, so I will have some room to do a couple of extra dye days if needed. Battery died. This is a great sign. Great sign about my preparation. Okay, so what was I saying? 15 dye days, and that will give me a buffer of some time for if there are any mistakes or re-dyes or anything that I need to do, and prepping with, you know, scanning up yarn, getting labels on things, all that stuff. So that will give me a little bit of a window there. So I think we're feeling okay. I think we're feeling good, and I will show you again really quick what my little summer roadmap looks like right now. As I was going through and typing some of these out, I did decide to give things different tags. So I have categorized things by knit and crochet, design, shop, which is, you know, yarn, fiber, that kind of stuff, dream. Those are things that I want to do, but just they might get pushed aside, or move to a later date or something like that, or they're things that I don't want to forget about, but right now they're not that important at this moment. I have admin here, but I didn't actually use any of that. You know what, let's delete it. Let's delete it until we need it. Okay, so then I have low priority, spinning, on deck, and content. And these are in no particular order. They're just the order that I ended up typing them out in and that I thought of them in. They're not in any kind of order, obviously, because they're just kind of all over the place. So anyway, I have all of the things that we talked about here, all of my whips that I am in the middle of, some designs that are coming up soon. I haven't written down the names of any of the designs, and I've kept some things kind of vague here because I'll announce them when it's time. And then we have all of the other things that I have going on, like the July countdown and Tour de Fleece and the trunk show that I have coming up. And basically, like I said, I will be able to fill in little tasks for each one of those things down here. I haven't started to do any of that yet, but you know, I could do wind yarn, cast on. That's not how you spell that. Anyway, I'm going to fill in all of those things off camera. You don't need to see that. And then what's really cool about this also is that I can assign due dates to things. So I can put them in order that I would like to get them done. I can prioritize things that way, and I can put things in order of, like, step 1 has to be completed before step 2, stuff like that. And all of this syncs to my calendar. I use Notion Calendar as well, which also syncs with Google Calendar. It is fantastic, and I love that I can see all of my to-dos and stuff in my calendar as well. because then you can move it around, I can schedule time, I can switch things from day to day, all that kind of stuff, and it's fantastic. I'm not going to show you that because I have private things in my calendar. If you really want to see how it works, I can show you. Just let me know and I will clear things out ahead of time and make it so that there's no sensitive private information in there. So I am going to go tackle all of this, assigning things due dates, getting things figured out, and getting to work on all of this stuff. Thank you so much for coming along with me as I got my brain in order, and let me know which of these projects you are most excited to see me complete. Are there any that you want to see a video of? Are there any that you think I should push down on my priority list or push up on my priority list? What do you think? What would you do if you were me and had all of these things awaiting you in the next couple of weeks? Let me know, and also send me all your productivity vibes because I'm going to need it. Anyway, thank you for watching, and until next time, take care of you, and I will see you later. Bye.